different sides you're thinking about?
If extreme sports are worth the risk, and if they're not worth the risk.
Okay. So friends, we're all here because you're working on having stronger conversations in your clubs. Would you agree that's true?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So one way that readers have stronger conversations is by using some prompts to help their conversations grow richer and deeper. Does that make sense? All right. So sometimes when you want to make your conversation get better, you're going to say something, adding on by saying yes and also. Or this is important because. You might even change sides and say, or could it be? What about? You might say, I'm beginning to think. Or you might ask a question, why is it important? What evidence supports this? Does that make sense?
Yeah, we would like ask each other.
You could ask each other questions or add on or change directions with what you're saying. Okay, and these are just some of the ways you might do that. So let's have a conversation about your topic you've been researching, extreme sports, and whether they're worth the risk. Take a moment to prepare for the conversation by thinking about what you already know about the topic. You might flip through your notebook. You might look at some of the articles again to remind yourself about what you're thinking about the topic. Okay, go ahead and do that right now. Think about the position you're taking.
I think everyone's going to take
Do you have your idea of it? Okay. You might want to look at your evidence and keep it open to that.
I think everyone's going to take the exact same side.
Okay, well, we can still have a discussion about this one. What side is that?
Yes. That extreme sports are worth it.
They are worth it?
Yes.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Cool. All right. So as you're talking in a moment, challenge yourself to use some of these prompts to make our conversation stronger. And you can use other prompts too, but these are just some that might help you. And if everyone gets really quiet, you might push yourself to try one of these. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to be writing down what you say, so don't talk to me. Talk to each other. Make sense? All right. So who would like to start the conversation? You might say, extreme sports are worth the risk because. Who would like to start? And our goal is to have everyone talking. Okay. Maddie, go ahead.
Extreme sports are worth the risk because we get exercise, and you get exercise from just normal sports, but normal sports don't have as much sports, because extreme sports is sort of what I think is extreme exercising, because you're doing harder things and you have more challenges and you have a little more things pushing you to do it better and get better at it.
Yeah, and also it makes people braver because they're doing these things that could be really frightening, and when they do it, they get more confident and brave.
I agree with Calvin and Maddie. I think that it also builds on confidence, and you also meet new people during it, and they could show you different ways and you can learn new things instead of just kind of saying, I don't really want to do this because I'm scared I might get hurt. Instead, they're thinking about trying it and just not giving up on their opinion and how they feel about doing this again.
Yes, and also it's fun trying new things.
I agree with Amelie about getting closer to other people, because I read an article about how kids get closer to their parents by doing that. They get a stronger relationships, and their parents, when they support them, it feels like the kids have their parents' complete trust and feel supporting support.
I completely think that extreme sports are worth the risk, but for some people it can get a little nerve-wracking because I read an article about a teenager who just turned 13 who was killed in a motocross race. So I feel like sometimes you need to be limiting what you can do because that kid was obviously too young to be doing that and needed to slow down and just take it a little bit easier because that was really dangerous. and like they're really young. They don't need to be doing extreme sports right away. Like they could learn about it, more about it, but just like not do it like just a lot.
I agree with you, Emily, because sometimes if we take it too far off, farther than our limits, we might get bad hurt, and it might cause really bad damage.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like people should not do extreme sports. I'm just saying like sometimes it should be best if like you take a break from it every now and then.
I agree with Amelie because I've also read articles about people getting hurt when they're too young. But that's why I think I'm still for extreme sports because they need to actually learn that they need to like progress slowly and get the hang of it before they like kill themselves while doing a super hard trick. And they need to get safety gear. So there is possible that lots of people could do it without getting hurt. And it's totally safe if they like take it slowly in steps and not just try it on a whim.
I agree with Maddie. Like people should start small, like skiing. Like for example, if they're snowboarder, they snowboard down a little, hit home their first time instead of going like straight for slope style course.
I'm beginning to think like that also because when there's a lot more articles on people getting hurt than people not getting hurt and like winning something or surviving something, and that shows that we need to be a lot more careful and that we need to have just take small steps.
I actually can relate to what you guys are saying about not going straight for the extreme slopes because when I was younger, I went skiing for the first time and I went on one of the hardest slopes and I got really hurt, and I shouldn't have done that because I didn't know how to stop, I didn't know how to slow down, and I should have waited and probably learned a little bit more before I went on the harder slopes.
And also I read like an article how like on the website an article it said that like more than 4 million people got injured from just playing extreme sports, and I feel like I'm starting to think that maybe we should actually try being more careful than just try. Well, I know we should actually try extreme sports, but sometimes you just need like professional skills and other equipments.
Okay, friends, I'm going to stop you there. So it sounds like we started with this idea that extreme sports are worth the risk, but then we started to talk more and your conversation grew deeper and you were starting to see more than one side to that story, right? To that issue, absolutely. Turn and discuss with your club whether these prompts helped you grow your conversation, make your conversation stronger. Go ahead and discuss with each other. What did you think?
I think they did.
I think they helped, but at the same time you want to make up your own prompts and figure it out yourself, because some of these can only be for certain ideas, and we mostly use the yes and also, and I'm beginning to think. Those are the two that we really use, and these few, like, they're really great examples, but you can't really use them that often, so it's fun to like try to experiment with more prompts that you can use to make the conversation stronger.
What would be some we should add to this chart if we were to add some that you were using?
I disagree. I can relate.
I can relate. Okay. I agree. I disagree. Any other ideas?
I read blank by
Well, that's kind of like
yeah.
Oh, so citing some
Kinda like-
evidence. One's
yeah.
for citing evidence.
evidence.
Now, what might we put for saying some evidence?
I read that, etc.
Okay. Awesome. Well, you could use these prompts. You can also use the ideas you came up with to make your conversations grow stronger and deeper. Okay, so as you keep working in your groups, keep pushing yourself to have a stronger and deeper conversation and getting everyone to share. Okay? Awesome. Thanks, guys.